Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 366 Days of Hope. My name is Pearl, and I'm here to share our next topic, which is helping our spouse succeed. You will discover that when you get married, you both will not be great at the same things. One of you will be stronger in budgeting, one of you will be stronger in management, whether it be your time or maybe management of the household. One of you may be great at cooking, the other person may not be. There are so many different things that you're going to discover as you grow together, and one of the things you can do is really help your spouse succeed in the areas that they might be weak in. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to step in necessarily all the time to pick up after them, because remember, we want accountability, we want the other person to grow, and we want everybody to take responsibility for their part, because if you put all that burden on one person, it's going to exhaust them and it's not going to be really great for the relationship. So one of the big things that my husband isn't great at is definitely the organization, and he wants to do better in it. And so one of the things that we had talked about that we would do is kind of creating a chart that sort of helps him manage his goals. And one of the big things that we've been focused on this year, me being a personal trainer, is obviously health. Health is really important to me, obviously tied in with nutrition and everything else that we do. But I think that's one that it's not his favorite. He hates the gym, and I totally understand, especially if you didn't really grow up loving exercise or you had a really bad experience with exercise as a child. Then I can definitely understand why some people may not have the desire to go to the gym. But that's one of his goals this year, was to hit the gym 3 times a week. And so I've decided to create something for him to finish strong. And we didn't do it for the last year. We had this calendar up above, and we were just kind of marking when he would go. But this time I was like, you know what? Why don't we set goals? And for every goal that he completes, he gets to buy something on Amazon. And it has to be obviously under a certain limit or budget. I mean, that really depends on whatever your goals are. Maybe you could, do it for charity. I think that's a really good noble thing that you could do, put money towards a fund that you really support. Or you could use it as a trip fund or a fund jar, whatever. You could add money to it. Sometimes it just really depends on what hits you, and so I decided to do that for him. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera so you guys can definitely see it. So right here, I just put it right on the door because this is obviously where you're gonna see it. And for people who struggle with being able to figure out how to structure, it's good to have somebody who's very organized to be able to do it for you. But more than that, it actually helps a person who struggles in keeping consistency, because they see it right here. So for him, all his goals are pretty simple. It's just 3 times a week. So we've got it broken down by months. Okay, so it's the rest of the month for this year, and so I have it done in weeks, and then the days that he said he was planning on going. And then we have a goal of what he needs to try and hit, and then if he does it, he's going to get to write down whatever the rewards are that he wants to accomplish. So I told him that I would just create it and he can fill in the blanks afterwards. So this is a really good way of being able to assist your spouse. Now remember, not every method that I do is going to work for you and your family. This is something that I think might end up helping, just because I know how he needs something that will help him visually see it. And the more that you don't have it on a computer, I think the better it is, especially because you get distracted. You get on your computer and you're like, oh, or even on your phone, you're like, oh, wait, what was I going on here for? I don't know if that's happened to you. That's definitely happened to me. So this is something that I feel like is going to be a little bit more helpful for him. So we're looking forward to trying it out, and maybe I'll give an update on how he does at the end of the year. Well, guys, thanks so much for watching, and maybe continue to just help each other grow and help each other succeed. And not to just mention towards how I help my husband, how my husband helps me a lot is when he gets home, I have 1,000,001 things to do domestically. So sometimes he gets home before I do, and it always helps when he considers trying to pick up where I've left off, in a sense. And that's how he helps me. So we help each other balance, in different areas. And so that's what I appreciate. Well, guys, with that said, may you live, thrive, and be healthy, and continue having healthy relationships. Take care. Bye.